Yeah, what's up, man? It's Bass Boxing Basement, the Triple B in the house. Yeah, remember to like, hype, subscribe, blah blah blah. Do that thing, right? So, the main talking point of the weekend is, you know, was Joseph Parker stopped too early? Was Joseph Parker stopped too early by Howard Foster? Now, this guy Howard Foster is a disgusting, fat, pink pig, you know, a pig, a hog, you know, and he's got form for stopping fights or letting them go on, right? Or letting them go on too long when he's favoring the promoter's fighter, which is usually a fish eyes. Okay, so you remember, right? This is years ago when George Groves boxed Carl Froch, and Groves had dropped Froch in the early rounds, and then Froch came back, and Froch hurt Groves a bit, but Groves seemed fine. And what happened? Howard Foster put George Groves in a headlock. He put him in a guillotine choke, and tried to choke him out, and stopped him. And straight afterwards, Groves was like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing?" He was fine. He was hurt, but he was fine. So there's loads of other fights like this, man. If you search on this disgusting pink pig, Howard Foster, you will find how corrupt he is. He's like worse than Ian John Lewis. So the question is, in a fight of this magnitude, of this importance, did the pink, disgusting hog, the pink pig, Howard Foster, stop it early? Well, I've looked at the fight a few times. My first thought was yes. Because Fabio Wardley had clearly hurt him. He clearly hurt Joseph Parker, and he had him in dire straits. And it's late in the fight, and there was also a time earlier, I think it was the third round, when Parker was badly hurt, or the second round, and they, and he spat his gum shield out. But that's not relevant to the stoppage. He gave Parker a break, you could say. But what are you going to do? If the gum shield comes out, you have to let them wash the gum shield off and put it back in and give you 20 seconds. It's a rubbish argument. I think if the gum shield comes out, let them fight. Right? Or at least, you don't have to wash it off. Why do you have to bring... It's the rule that you have to bring the gum shield to the corner and they wash it off and then put it back in their fighter's mouth. That can take 20 seconds. Why? What? If you pick the gum shield out and stick it in their mouth, what are they going to do? They're going to die of AIDS because a gum shield has touched the ground? Of course not, man. It's BS, man. That whole rule is nonsense. You just pick it up, stop, stick the gum shield back in your mouth. Oh, it's got a tiny bit of dirt on it, which it probably doesn't. Who cares, man? But, so, and then in the 10th round, Fabio Wardley had hurt Joseph Parker quite badly, and he had him all over the shop. And he come out and he was throwing a lot of shots. Parker didn't throw back, but, and he got hurt a few times, but he wasn't in desperate trouble. And a lot of Wardley's shots are missing. So did Howard Foster, the big, disgusting, fat, pink pig, and a secret society member, did he, who always backs the promoter's fighters, especially if they're called fish eyes, did he stop it too early? I'd say yes. I'd say he should have given Parker a bit of a chance. Yes, Parker wasn't throwing back, but he wasn't being hit by too many shots. He was being hit by too many shots. If he landed, he was hurt, clearly. He was exhausted. I think you should give him a couple more shots. And people go, oh, it's better to stop it too early than too late. I'm sick of that cliche. It's boring. It's boring. This is boxing. People have paid a lot of money. We all know the dangers. If you're going to stop it, right? If you're going to stop the fight, it's better to stop it too early. Well, then stop it the first punch that lands. As soon as someone lands a jab, we go, I'm stopping it. Because he might get hurt. It's BS, man. Boxing is dangerous. Boxing is real. That's why people watch boxing. You understand me? So this whole, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, in the old days, you get people absolutely battered to the ground. They get up and they could barely stand and they would still let them fight on. I'm not saying that. But there's a midpoint. There is a reasonable point where where there are millions of pounds at stake. There's a point where you have to let someone take some risk. This is boxing. If you're not going to let anyone take some risk, then don't do boxing. Don't do boxing. Forget about boxing, right? So, ultimately, I think he stopped it a bit early, and he was desperate. Even Adam Smith, that scumbag with the big nose, whose eyes are too close together. Even he was saying, Howard Foster's about to step in. Well, that's a bit suspicious. And he stopped it. But Joseph Parker didn't seem to, he complained a bit, but he wasn't like nuts. He wasn't upset. He was like, why are you stopping this? But he didn't really, push back too much. I think he was exhausted. I think Wardley would probably have stopped him with a few more shots. So I don't have a big problem with it. I won £120 and I'm quite poor. So £120 is a lot of money. So, I'm okay with a stoppage. It wasn't perfect. Howard Foster's a big, fat, disgusting pink pig, who's corrupt. And he put George Groves in a guillotine choke. Can you imagine that? You're stopping a fight, right? Instead of jumping between the combatants, you put someone in a guillotine choke and choke him out. What a disgusting pink pig. So, ultimately, I'm okay with the decision. I do think Wardley was going to win that fight. Wardley, as I said, I backed him. If you listen to my preview, I backed him. And I said, get on Wardley to win or Wardley stoppage. And, I was right. And, Wardley, what Wardley has got, he's very fresh. He's extremely fresh. Whereas Parker's been pro since 2012 and a top amateur before that. And then he's got he's been 12 rounds loads of times. But then you got Wardley, who's fresh, right? He's violent. He hits hard. He's got an incredible will to win. That's the main thing. He's got an incredible will to win. And he will, he's likable. Both of them are likable. Joseph Parker is likable too. But I think if you look at Joseph's face in the press conference, he knew he got beat. And he's decent guy. So he's like, well done on the win. But ultimately, was it the right stoppage? Probably not at that point. But I don't see a different outcome than a Wardley stoppage. Peace in the Middle East.